Hello. It is Saturday night. Welcome to the Star Room. My name is G. You are watching Allastrology. We are burning our sacred sage. And then I'm going to light my cedar because I'm starting a little behind. Seems like that's the normal. Yeah. So I have to first check the volume or the microphone. Is it working? It says it's working on my end. And we had that issue where it said that before, and you guys were like, no, we can't understand anything you're saying. So if you are here, Lou S is in the house. What is up? I see the names. I see Lou S is saying hello. Can you hear me, Lou? I see Cassie's in the room saying hello to the stars. Can you guys hear me? Hello, stars. Hello, Cassie. How the heck are you? What's your temperature? We're in the 20s. The 20s. It's like, whoa, what happened? Yeah, winter came in strong. And I think it was like before I came in here. So it was like around 2 or 3 o'clock. And it said that it felt like it was 27 out. And I was like, holy shit, really? But I think it was like, I don't know, it might have been in the 30s. It might have been low 30. Yeah, the cedar. If I could leave this thing burning like all the time, I would. Can't get enough of the cedar. So yes, it is Saturday, November 12th. The 12th. Yes, 2 days ago, I'm like at my doctor's office and they're asking me about the schedule. And they're like, well, we want to talk to you about your schedule. And I'm like, oh. And they're like, well, we'll be here next week, but the following week, we're not going to be here. And I'm like, the following week? Like, what's going on? And she's like, Thanksgiving? I'm like, oh, right. Holy crap. It's in 2 weeks. Right. This past Saturday, exactly 2 weeks. That kind of blew me away. I was like, oh my God, time flies by. So hello, Cassie and Lou saying hello. How is everyone? What is up, Cassie? So yeah, Lou S is in the house. I know Lou S is like, hey, we're picking up Lou because we got to find you got a chart you want us to look at, right? So I already have it pulled up. So just so you know, we're going to get right to it. I am doing good. I can heat you. Okay, great. She can hear me. Thank you, Cassie. Thank you. And you can see. That's good. I can see too. I see the light. Cassie, yes. Awesome. Thank you so much. So yeah, Cassie, how was your weather? You're in Ohio. And I know West Coast, Arizona, Lou S. I know Lou S was saying something about popping in and out, like as far as audio and stuff. Anthony Byers, what's up, Anthony? Hello from, I want to say Australia. Did I get that right? Were you here last week? I'm sorry. Forgive me for. Yeah. Oh, see? Loud and clear. Awesome. Yeah, Lou, 27. It was like, holy crap. We went from fall to winter overnight. It's okay though. Like we're used to it. Okay. We had some snow flurries today. They were just random snow flurries. Although my housemates, before they got home from work, they said that they had like a little, what did they call it? Or a snow-ado. Like it just came right in. It was heavy. And then it just left. It came right in really hard and left while they were on the highway. I got stuck. Oh, new dog. Wait a minute. What? It's 38 here and we had snow and it's kind of stuck for a bit. Oh, the snow stuck. Got it. New dog was so cold. Did I read that right? It's going to be a long winter for her. Oh, so I can't remember the breed. I'm so sorry. I don't remember a damn thing we talk about on the I don't know what it is. Sometimes it sticks with me. But if it's just, yeah, sometimes I'm like, okay, I should know the breed because I know we went into your pets quite a bit. We went into them quite a bit. Oh, look at this. Look at Arizona. We have 70s as for our high today. Everybody's like, shut up. No. Uh it's all good. Um yes. Right, Lou, you were here, right, last week, Lou, or no? Right, you came in. Oh, you came in later. Cassie might have fell asleep by them or something, but yeah, we were talking about pets early in the night. Marites, what is going on? Where are you watching from? I'm sorry, I can't remember. I think you're in Asia somewhere, right? You're like in why do I want to think? I don't know. Where are you watching from? Are you in the um you're not in the Philippines, are you? I forget. Forgive me. Yeah, let us know where you're watching from. Yes, Arizona is in the house. Ohio is in the house. Sydney, Australia is in the star room, right? The star room. Oh, I'm so so it is Philippines. Okay. Okay. Hello, Philippines. Welcome. What time is it there, right? And I heard somebody else had a question wanting to know if it was summer in Sydney. Are they spring going into summer, right? Or something like that. I only know because there's another YouTuber that has a channel and Flower Folk Farm. Yeah. Yeah, guys. She is well, the title pretty much explains what she does, but she's a can do it kind of chick, she does a lot of things. Astrology, can I email you my chart for absolutely. I was kind of hoping you guys would have already yeah. It helps if I have that information before I begin. However, you are more than welcome to get it to me, and then depending upon how the night goes, I can get it into the software and we can look at it. Yeah, it's just we'll see how that goes. But yes, absolutely. If not tonight, then absolutely next week. So yeah, you see the email should be right under the video, right under the live stream in the details below. I've got the email there. So yeah, that'd be great. Okay, so let's jump into this because I know Lou, are you here still? I know you said you had a lot of internet issues, and I was recording earlier and was kind of going through some internet stuff. And I really think it's StreamYard. I really do. Okay, so she said it's 11:05 a.m. All right, well, we are almost exactly 12 hours difference. Okay. It is 12 I'm sorry, it's 9:07 p.m. my time. So yeah, it's still right. We're almost 12 hours, right? 2 hours, 10-hour difference. Okay, Lou said, I'm ready. I am on the phone. Oh, got you. Oh, yeah. Okay, well then hopefully you can just take notes or something. Actually, you don't have to take notes. What I can do is what I was doing for Sheila is try to get it where I can splice part of the live, cut it up so that you can see. We can put it up for you. Okay, so Sydney is 2:07 p.m. Saturday afternoon. Okay, well, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. And let me, Cassie, did you tell us what kind of a dog you have? Because I know Lou. Oh, it is the same dog she got back in June. Oops. Yeah, I think that's why I got thrown off. But I can't. She's not like. Is she a real big breed? I can't remember. You said it's an older dog. That's all I really, really remember. It was a dog where your family gave you crap about your current dog being old and they called her ancient and whatever the hell. And so you went to the pound and got the next oldest dog you could find, which is Just the sweetest damn thing in the world because, yeah, who picks the oldest dogs? Not many folks do that, you know? So you are awesome. You are awesome. Anthony doesn't know what day it is. Look at that. That's interesting. So are you indulging tonight or today? That's hilarious. That's good. I think that's good. I think that is awesome. That is so funny. It's hilarious. Oh, I didn't know this. Maybe I never asked her breed before. My dog is a Chihuahua with long hair, maybe terrier, sandy hair color, big ears. So she's a little nothing, right? So are you going to get her like a little wintry outfit type thing? Because Zoe, I think she would do really good with that. But then I don't think she would do good with it. Like temperature wise, it'd be great. But as far as her not being able to groom, she would be giving me dirty eyebrows all night long. Yeah, I think so. Like right now, I just went to go get these extra lights that I didn't have. And I went in there and there were there was one cat on my bed and I was like, "Oh, hi Taffy." You know, normally if she's in there, she's on the window ledge, cat tree thing staring out, even if it's nighttime, right? Cat doesn't matter to them. So instead, she's on the bed, but she was facing the wall and I thought, "Okay, that's odd." Like as if she's staring at the wall. So I looked at my blankets and I could see there was like a lump there, right? So Zoe was under the wool blanket in like a little uh, wool blanket. What do they call those things? I don't know. The funky thing they used to. I don't know. I don't watch TV, so I wouldn't know. But there used to be that blanket thing that they would try to sell people to buy. Like they would try to what did they used to call that crap? I don't know, but it was hilarious. Those commercials made you laugh. So anyway, she's in there doing that, and Taffy was staring at her or staring at the lump like, I know your ass is in there. Because they play Kato and yeah, the Pink Panther detective all the time, trying to attack each other and shit. Anthony, that is so damn funny. He said, no, not indulging. Ironing work shirts. Oh, and wishing the next day wasn't work. Gotcha. Outerwear for the kitty. Yeah, right. A Snuggie. That was exactly it. Those damn Snuggies, right? And like grown ass people were wearing them. And then don't they have those ones where remember the jammies you would wear as a kid, like really small, where they would have like the feet, right? The ones with the feet, the full body thing with the feet. And then they came out with those for adults. I don't know what they called those, but uh how do I know this? I don't know. When I'm busy trying to edit videos, there's another television on, like literally in the room behind me. It's really one part of it's a big room, but anyway, they're on the other side of the room. And it's hard not to hear what the hell's going on. It's really yeah. Anyway, I hear more than I want to hear. So, what is up, Alyssa? How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Saturday night. Stars are showing up. Increasing the light in the room. That's what I'm talking about. So Cassie, she loves toys so much and she takes them outside with her at times. Oh, how cute. Or in the car. You have to carry like a doggy bag. Literally, right? In the car and then back in the house. Oh my gosh. Got you. All right. All right. So let me oh, well, I'm so glad. Okay, so she's 11. Okay, that's a part. So she's 11, but still has a lot of energy. She's 12 pounds. Right. And we have coats and sweaters. I put her in a bag and we go. Holy shit. Good for you. She's the one who can. I remember when I was working with the public, I would have people who would walk up and it would just look like a purse, right? And I think now that I think of it, back then they probably were just purses. It was women. They would have like their handbag on their shoulder, and out of the corner of their handbag would be this little tiny head. And it would just be like quiet and calm and just looking around and just happy to be with mom. And it would be like, oh my gosh. And it was normally never cats. It was always like a little chihuahua or something, teeny tiny. Okay. All right, Lou. So yeah, I will get to your chart and I will um yeah, I can just always splice up the video for you and get that segment so that you can rewatch it if need to. So, okay, Anthony, good job. You're quick. Yeah, after last week's live, I went and I had looked because I try to do whatever I can possibly do because it's all still fresh in my brain right then. And I was like, okay, nobody sent emails. So I was like, cool, it's an easy night. I got off early. So I had a visit. Ooh, grandpa visited. Wow. Wow. So I'm curious, did it happen last Sunday? Didn't the Bears I don't know because I didn't watch, but again, it was on. A big Bears fan in the house, of course. And yeah, the game was, oh, wait, I'll be quiet and I'll see. Put the kids to bed and went, ooh, let's find out. And I went in my room to turn on the camera that I watched them with at night. Okay. How did Grandpa show up? Because I think Grandpa definitely knows how to work his way around digital equipment. She's like, I'm trying to type it in as fast as I can. Right when I turned on the camera, a huge orb flew across the room in front of the camera. So you got it recorded or no? Holy crap. Dang. Well, if you do have a recording, be sure to put it up on your channel so that I can, go crazy. I can go crazy with it. It was only on the monitor. Oh, that's okay. How cool was that? So you caught it on the monitor. So it was in the kids' room. Is that correct? It was in the kids' room then? Because you have a monitor in their room. And you saw it on the monitor on your end. Ah. So Grandpa came to say goodnight to the kids. You think? There you go. Oh my gosh. How exciting. They were all in bed. Yep. Yeah. Well, hopefully you find that comforting. I mean, I know you said you do. It's not like, there's stuff going on that is disturbing, and it's Grandpa, it's Grandpa. All right, Lou, let me know what I'm looking at exactly or what I'm looking for. Refresh my memory if you can. I think it's professional and work. Am I right on that? That sounds awesome to post a video segment. Oh, okay. I'm just seeing that now. Okay, great. Yeah, I will. Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, and the more he gets talked about, the easier it is for him to be there because that's the energy he's feeding off of. Absolutely. And she says, yes, it is very comforting. Good, 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 good. Oh, Lord. Lou, I see that. I'm so sorry. Man. Welcome, D. D, remind me where you're watching from. You're in the States, right? Michigan? Michigan? How are you feeling, Michigan? Oh, All right, Lou, we're going to get to that chart. Heard back from that other one, and it was a no-go. Okay. Oh, Georgia. Why did I think Michigan? Georgia. Okay. Georgia. Okay, Georgia. Yeah. I was just thinking today, well, Georgia doesn't matter. Anthony, you are a trooper. He's like 3 shirts down, 2 to go. You're a trooper, dude. How the hell are you ironing and doing like, how the hell are you doing that? You're like, I can't wait to see your chart. Seriously. Athens, Georgia, in the house. Welcome to the Starry Night Live. Welcome to the Star Room, Athens. Welcome, Georgia. Hello, D. So you were just in Georgia last month. That's right. You were like in northern Florida, right? Yeah. My brain, like, where's Athens? I have no idea. I know Athens, Ohio, right? I've heard a lot of things about Athens, Ohio. Oh, my bad, D. I mixed you up with somebody else. First time here? Well, welcome to the live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, yeah, we love new people. Yeah. If you don't have your chart, let me know about that. If you want your chart, get your birth digits to me. The email is below the live in the details. Yeah. And so we're going to look up someone's chart right now. You can listen in and see. Just trying to get a forecast on what is to come. It's definitely at a pace that is unexpected. Yeah, I was doing some of the videos for December because I had such unbelievable problems with the recording, and recordings just completely gone. Like no visual, no audio. So I'm really, really behind. And yeah, some interesting stuff coming around. And even in November, actually, if you guys listen to your new moon readings, there were they were attached to your videos. But so yeah, let me bring this chart up before I talk anymore. But St. Mary's, Georgia. All right. Wouldn't know anything about that. Yeah. I've never been to Georgia. Well, that's not true. I did drive through it for a short amount of time, but that was it. When you drive through a place, like, does it count? Does it really count? And it wasn't long. I just kind of like dipped in and dipped back out. It was really to avoid construction on my way to Alabama or the way home from there. I can't remember, but it was crazy. So yeah, let's get your chart up here and let's see what we can see. Shazam. I have it. Let me get over there real quick so I can make sure. Let me get this off of here so we can see it. And let me go to that chart myself. Let me see if we can get me down there a little bit better. I think I can never tell if that's actually helpful for you guys. And all right, so what you see is the natal chart is on the inner ring, right? Inner ring. All right, so this person is a Capricorn sun. Yep, at 6 degrees, right on their 8th house cusp line, basically. Their 8th house cusp line is 5 degrees and 50 minutes there. Yep, and they have a 6-degree sun in Capricorn, 6 degrees, 43 minutes. And this person has questions and concerns about what is to come. And I know job and profession was definitely something that was like, okay, what's going on? Because there was talk about, I guess, opportunities, and then they just found out that it's a no-go. So that's a bummer because, well, they were hoping it would be something better, I guess, better than what's going on now. All right, so the outer chart is where we are right now in the energies, okay? So the moon is in Cancer at 13 degrees. The moon is in Cancer. You see that? Did you guys notice anything with that moon in Cancer? Because, of course, it trines Scorpio energy and Pisces, right? Like the last couple of days and even today, But look what's interesting about this person's chart. Like they have something, right? Sirius, their Sirius, Sirius is at 13, which is normal because it's like a fixed star. But the moon's on that right now. And then they have their Ceres, Ceres, at 1235. So that's being trined by the moon, which is nice. And look at the South Node. This is why we had such major things going on. For those of us who are in the States, and actually for everybody around the world, like, United States politics has become, well, yeah, a thing that people are all involved in, I think, because what happens in the U.S. does have a ripple effect around the world. So look at all the heavy energy and the wounds and the stuff that's being released and let go. So for this person, that's happening in their place of daily routines, but also their work, possibly their job. And there was a lot of Scorpio energy here, right? Look at that. The sun is in Scorpio. Mercury and Venus are like together. And I want to make a mention here. I'll have a video up for it. I haven't really mentioned it yet. So this will be the first time I'm mentioning the birth of Venus in December. Yeah, I'll have a video just for that so you guys can watch that. But yes, Venus will have a birthday. And so Venus runs like a 4-year cycle, like every 4 years or so. Some say 2-year cycle, but she's she's got all these bigger cycles and smaller cycles. So basically the evens, we'll call it. Odds and evens, but it's evens. So yeah, Venus is going to be starting a new cycle. And it'll be starting in Sagittarius energy. Fascinating, right? Yeah. Alrighty. So what does that have to do with this person? Well, Sag is opposite of their Mars energy. And Mars right now is at 24, so it's going backwards. So I don't know what they talked about at that job as far as opportunities, but you see Mars going backwards, it's going to come over to this, it's going to retrace these very same steps again. Yeah. And that is communications, because it's in Gemini. It's things that we're talking about, right? It's sharing information, it's thinking. Mars will be back at this same point. So did you find out the no-go this week? I would assume, right? Because you were just here last week and we didn't know that. Why this week? Let's see. Well, Mars and Neptune are getting closer to each other, right? Neptune has the ability to make something look blurry or make things disappear. So when Mars gets back up to this 24-degree mark, where will Neptune be then? I'll have to look into that. That'll be in March. No, that'll be like at the February, but end of February, around there. I want to say like maybe the last week or two of February is when Mars will be back at this point. And Neptune's not a fast mover, so it's a really good possibility Neptune may still be around 23 degrees. It's a very good possibility. Because see how Neptune's going backwards? It's in red. Yeah, it's going backwards. But actually, it doesn't go beyond 22 degrees. It stops here, and then it goes forward again. So yeah, I'm going to have to go ahead and look that up. But we'll save that for me to look at when we go into the future for you. So remind me, Neptune. Let's take a look at some other things, because it's never just one thing that created that, right? Right. What about the Virgo energy? Because Virgo and Pisces, right? That's why I keep looking at those. They square Mars energy. But the thing is that when Mars gets into that watery energy, okay, wait a minute. The person, you have the moon at 233. That's home. And that trines this person's 6th house cusp line at 137. So that can be a benefit to routines. Did you say everything was like going too fast right now? I mean, is it still going too fast? Let me go back up. Let me find you guys in the chat. Oh, you know what? You guys might not be able to see this. Hold on. I just realized the display is up really high, and it makes it hard. It blurs. Yeah, does that help any? Sorry, I didn't come back to the chat. I start babbling. Okay, so oh no, don't say the words fried green tomatoes. I see fried green tomatoes somewhere in the chat. What the hell? Man. Man, I need to go there now to get their fried green tomatoes, damn it. So working 7 days a week for 5 years. Oh, that pace. Yeah, well, that's understandable. That is a crazy pace. 7 days a week for 5 years. Yeah. That is a pretty insane pace. Still a bit blurry. Oh no. Let's see if we can. Oh, you hear Taffy? Do you hear that little rug rat? All right, I don't know how much lower I can go. All right, let me go get the door for Taffy. So with my Capricorn placement, I have trouble with the moon in Cancer. Yeah, Cassie. That makes sense. So their south node is near their ascendant, right? It is, Lou. Let me address that real quick for you. After I get Taffy. Hold on. Okay, Mama, I hear you. I hear you. I'm coming. Are you gonna hang out? Come on. You gonna hang out with everybody? Yep. Oh, you gonna take that route? You wanna come up? Here. Okay. Do what you need to do. All right, Lou. So, okay, Taff. Assume the position. So, let me skedaddle back to the chart real quick here. If I can find it. There it is. All right. So here we are. And this is their south node. South node in Gemini at 10 degrees. Right. So what's interesting is the this Mars that's retrograding goes back to 8 degrees. Yes. It goes in. So that means it goes over this person's south node. Right. It goes over their south node. So they already experienced this before. It happened recently. It happened a couple of months ago. Mars got into Gemini. It got into Gemini, I want to say in August. And so this person experienced that. Now, okay, Taff, get the right position. Thank you. This person off the top, just so you know, they have their Cirrus, which is their sensitivities to certain foods. It squares their south node. It angles that. And see, the reason it's such a strong sensitivity too is because their Jupiter's at the same degree, so that it exaggerates it. Basically, it kind of makes it a bigger deal. Not to say that this person is exaggerating. It doesn't mean that. It's saying that it exaggerates the sensitivity, literally. So yeah, there's that south node. Now, when someone has a south node in Gemini, all right, this is, I talk about a south node like it's a superpower. Let me do this because I feel like I'm always hunched over and I'm like, okay, thank you. So the south node, kind of like a superpower, very much like a superpower, the ability to communicate, right? And to learn and to pick up fast in just like mid conversation, right? It kind of gets the what's the word I'm thinking? It kind of, the talk is that when you have a south node in Gemini, you're so good at pivoting intellectually. It's a person who can intellectually pivot, and they can communicate in a way that it doesn't matter the age. They can find things to talk about and to relate with them, with people in general, right? So the idea is the goal of that south node then becomes, of course, the north node, right? And so when you have a north node in Sagittarius, the goal is to be able to focus on one thing. Now, I know this person doesn't have a problem doing that, right? But it's just to help us to understand what it means when Mars, or in this Mars, if it will please just cooperate tonight and light up. Typical, right? Mars just like being a pain in the you know what, like won't light up for me. Like, what's the deal here? Thank you. It lit up that time. Tavi's demanding both hands right now. So Mars takes action, right? And it's communications, it's conversations, it's talking, it's making plans, especially Mars and Gemini can be very assertive energy. And at times there can be a little bit of, because Mars can be fiery, right? And it's a little bit of the ego sometimes. So some people might experience assertive communications, but almost like too assertive at times. But going over this person's south node, wow, it almost puts a highlight on having to do multiple things at one time. Now, the question is, where is the transiting south node, right? And we know it's in Scorpio energy. And what is it going to help this person release? Something with a daily routine. As the south node goes through here, which it's going to be here all the way until halfway through 2023. So it's got a little bit more time, right? That south node, right now at 13, there's Sirius. It's going to get to a point when it gets down like about that vertex thing, that 7 degrees, that actually trines the second house cusp line. And it trines this Vulcan energy, which is at 6 degrees, which is why the second house cusp line, I think, is a big deal. But again, this is associated to family and tribe energy. And remember, it doesn't have to be blood family. When the sign of Cancer comes up, it is people who, you're related to, your mom and your siblings, and it's things from childhood. But it is also the people that we meet that we just kind of energetically vibe with. And so they're kind of part of our tribe at that point. So for this individual's chart, connecting with that tribe is where the income and the money is, actually. Or at least their values, I should put it like that. Their values. But see how they have water energy at their midheaven? No, they don't. My bad. That's their 11th house cusp line. They have air at their midheaven. I think I do that to this person's chart every time I look at it. So, okay, now I understand. Because, yeah, they're telling me, because of that confusion, they just clarified for me that there is a release this person is still going through. There's still some sort of a release of a value that this person has. This person, there's something about the present values. And it doesn't mean like tangible values, right? It's the values, whether they, things that they think they value, that they're holding onto. But once those change and they let go of that, it will then open up this midheaven, this air, this stuff. Oh, I understand why now. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. Because all this blue Scorpio energy squares this person's midheaven. It all angles it in a stressful way. Okay. Well, thank you. And, okay, here's next thing that's common sense. Then the south node, it's going to go into air. It's going to go into Libran energy. Yeah, it goes into Libra. And remember, that Libran energy is air, right? And the person's chart, they have air at their midheaven. Why does that matter? Well, this is career, right? This is goals. This is their professional ambition, their vocation, right? So this can be medicine. This can be like it's group energy, but it's also science, right? So technology, is this person dabbled at all working with tech, beyond emails and, you know what I mean? Like everyone's got different levels of that in their repertoire of skill sets. But having Aquarius up there, this person probably has skills they're not even aware of. And so It's almost as though, it's almost like there's a definite release coming through, but then that release, yeah, I'm saying it all the time. It makes room for the new. I feel so redundant because yeah, what's another way to say it? Yeah. But there's releasing that's still going to be happening. Let me jump back over by you real quick to see if there's something here that you have said so I can make sure I'm okay. Okay, I didn't see this. I don't know why I didn't see that. I should have. It was here for a minute ago. Okay. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. They approached last week. Okay, Taffy, that's not for you. And kept asking for a number, but would not provide a job description when asked. That's so bizarre. So gave a number, and they gave their answer today. Oh, interesting. That was today. The moon on this person's Cirrus in their second house of income. Interesting. Okay, so that actually does kind of verify some stuff as far as second house and this Cancer energy. Now, it's connected to a lot of history, right? When we think of Cancer, it's emotional needs. It's the things that we need to feel secure and safe, right? Mom energy. What do moms do, right? They provide a safe space. They can provide food, right? Think of a mother breastfeeding for the infant. And so Uranus pops up again. This person has Uranus and Scorpio, and this Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius energy. You see that? And they have Aquarius at their midheaven, and that Uranus trines this person's natal moon. So yeah. So that's South Node. Okay. Let's see. Let me get back to the rest of that comment. I just kind of took it apart or tried to All right, so I got that. Oh no, it's all still blurry. What the hell? I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do. And Lou's like, it's always blurry for me. Like if I take my display down even more, that the lot, you guys are going to be like, oh, that's perfect. That's perfect, G. Okay. Can I see? Almost my display is lit this much. No shit. Like just that much. Okay, does that help at all? Can I see what I'm doing here? Awesome. Alice is in the house. What is up? South Africa. How the heck are you? Welcome to the live. How's the screen looking? All right. Taffy's here. Allastrology. Yes. So much going on with this parents. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And that's part of this stuff. That is part of what's happening, is that there is so much going on that end, that if there is a new beginning right now, somehow there's something, I think there is something deep. That's the best way to put it. There's something deep that, when we are dealing with some stuff that could be subconscious, it's really difficult to understand what we're working with if it's subconscious. And so daily routines, this is where we're looking for the South Node to be doing its releasing. Again, it's going to get that vertex energy, and that's options. There might be options, and there might be opportunities for income when that gets there, because opposite of vertex, this means this person also has the anti-vertex at 7 degrees in Taurus energy. And this person has a couple of things near those degrees. This black moon. Is that the black moon or the white moon, Lilith? I can't see because I have my display down so low. Can anybody tell? Does this moon have a line through it? I think it does. Yeah, I think it does. I can't tell. I don't know if that helps. Let me do this for a second and I'll cheat. Yes, it is white moon, Lilith. Yay! When this south node gets over here to this vertex, it's going to help release this vertex energy. Okay, and so this vertex energy, again, I'm not saying it's a loved one. I'm not saying, because I know I'm kind of springboarding off of your last comment, and I'm not saying that, but there's an emotional attachment. There's energetic attachments to souls, to soul energy, to soul groups, something tied to work and daily routines, like, because this is the location that it's in. This is also health. But whenever we see vertex, and by the way, Alice, isn't this all your credit? It's been so spot on when you introduced that. It represents opportunities and events and people in our lives. It's like a doorway opens up, or a window, right? So the south node getting there, this is that release that was referenced as to something has to be released, something has to end. And then at the opposite end of it creates the doorway, the opening. So there may be something there, but I keep hearing that the real doorway is going to be when the air thing opens up. That's what I keep hearing, because right now that midheaven, let's be real, it's being squared by the north and the south node. You see that? The north and the south node are at 13. So yeah, they got past the square part because this is 20 already. But then, yeah, this person's dealing with their Pallas Athena at 12, right? And that's also squared Pallas Athena. Taffy just left, so she's going to want to leave the room in a minute. And again, that's not the only thing. There's a lot of other stuff that we have to consider, because we're talking, about career and goals and work. But that second house just has all the water in it. And the air, the ascendant, it's something with the business. I keep hearing businesses and air and relationships, significant partnerships. So when the Sagittarius time comes next month, again, this isn't to give somebody false hope, okay? But we have a Sagittarius, a new moon, right, coming up. And that video, oh my God, I've been editing it for 3 days. I know y'all probably think I'm crazy. I've just been having unbelievable issues. Yeah, it's let me go back a page here in my little geeky astrology book, my astrology notebook. Yeah, okay. So it's at 1 degrees, 137. Now, this person doesn't have anything at 1 degrees in Sag. All right, there's nothing there. But what they do have a whole lot of other stuff in Sagittarius, like their whole 6th house, majority of their 6th house. Well, I shouldn't say majority, but a good portion of their 6th. Like half of Sag is in their 6th house, right? So we have Venus and Mercury that are going to go through there. So it seems like there's going to just be more traveling, possibly. And if it's not traveling because it's Sag, right? Plans for the future, but we're also fine-tuning our belief system. Yeah, that's this person has their part of fortune on Aldebaran, actually, the part of fortune they have. Yeah, Aldebaran's at 9 degrees in Sag, and that's actually a big deal. That's a pretty powerful point. So maybe some beautiful stuff that's going to occur, and then their north node is right there at 10 degrees, Aldebaran. The trick with this person's chart, right? North nodes are already normally, for most people, they seem difficult to accomplish. Because if this was the superpower, the south node, well, then your opposite of that is something that's more like a weakness. So it's something that needs more work, something where we need to develop that craft more. But this person's Neptune is right next to it. So the Neptune, remember, can make things disappear. So there may be something here. And so let's think about Sag. It's travel, right? So it's the judicial system. So that could be someone who runs for an office. It's people who, hold on a second. Taffy, come here. She's a wire eater, and I have to keep an eye on her. Yeah, think Sagittarius: freedom, our rights. It's the beliefs. It's spirituality. It's religion. Sagittarius, yeah, the airlines as well, like taking flight. But it's, yeah, overseas, typically foreigners, foreign languages even. And so having Neptune there, that makes it a bit elusive, right? But then there's Mars energy. Mars at 12 degrees, right on this person's descendant, right on their descendant. So partnerships, and this can be business partnerships. See, I know we've talked about this before, possibly something that's far away or somebody that's far away, like working for somebody where, you're communicating with them through emails or online, virtually and stuff like that, because it's not close by. Or if it is close by, let's go to like the really basics of Sagittarius energy, right? Half human, half horse. So what you have there is somebody who's not only on a horse, but someone who's considered a marksman. A marksman. Interesting. So vehicles possibly, because like when we think of automobiles, horsepower, I knew a guy once when I was doing his chart, he had Sag in the fifth house in the sixth house. And so Sag in the sixth house, guess what he did for a living? He detailed cars, cleaning the sixth house, hygiene, right? But keeping things orderly and cleaning. And it was Sagittarius in his sixth house. So fascinating, right? But yeah, it's almost as though it's, yeah, not real tangible. When we talk about a partnership, it's like someone who's, and if they are tangible, it's someone who maybe doesn't look like me. They look foreign to me. Remember? It's like a melting pot, right? Sagittarius energy on the United States ascendant. And I always think about that. And this 12 degrees trines, like we're working with fire now, friends, right? Friends. So Chiron right now is on this person's Eris. Eris is a bit fiery. Eris feels a bit, she's kind of angry. Eris is angry energy. So having Chiron and Eris can kind of almost like a rubbing of salt in the wound, but it's trining this person's descendant and their Mars. Wow. So I'm just trying to figure out like what's it going to do. I know for me when it was about like work and job and career, I literally changed because like this person, I have two different energies in my sixth house, right? Um she wants out now. And so it came down to working one energy in that house and not doing that anymore and working the other energy. And it wasn't like me looking at it saying, okay, this is what I got to do. It just kind of happened. It just kind of happened. You kind of just, you think about climbing the ladder and working your way up towards some goals. If this person's been working multiple jobs for that long, the level of experience has got to be unbelievable. The knowledge has got to be unbelievable. Unfortunately, in the US, what happens is when a person gets to a certain age, it's almost like we treat people as though, we don't honor that wisdom and that knowledge. At least I don't think the way we should. But I'm hoping that in the next few years, and I know that's probably the last thing in the world you want to hear is years. However, I think there's a lot of things changing. I think we're definitely, like the ways that we used to be, I think are it's like, okay, we are outgrowing those ways, and we're seeing the wisdom within some of the, the more mature energies. And I say it that way not to be like, I don't know. I just feel like the ones I'm seeing the stone and the sword. So when it came time to pull that sword out of the stone, it had nothing to do with sheer strength. The sheer strength didn't win. Like all the soldiers came up, everybody wanted a shot and try to, who was the strongest, who could. No, it was like, duh, it's got nothing to do with the sword, or it's got nothing to do with the brute strength to pull that sword out of the stone. It had to do with ethics. It had to do with a person who doesn't cheat, who follows the rules. It had to do with integrity. Integrity. But when we say integrity, it's proven over a long period of time. It's not a short-term thing. So this person has been doing that. This is what they've been on. Yeah. And it's difficult. I know I don't have to tell you it's difficult. You're living it with this person. I'm just saying this person's being tested and being tested in that way. Can they put in the time and the due diligence? And this is a hard path. This is a hard path this person's on. There's nothing clear on here that just says cha-ching, but except to be able to release some of that, the energetic bonds, to release some of those things. And so hopefully something comes up. Let me let Taffy out of the room, and then we're going to do the time machine thing, and we're going to go forward a little bit, and we're going to see what happens when the node hits the vertex to find out where some other things are that may or might not be beneficial. We'll find out. Something must be happening right now, because the South Node is trining all that Jupiter and that Sirius energy. So I'm thinking that no-go thing was probably for the best, especially when you ask for a job description and they wouldn't give it. That is insane. I know Sheila in Korea was telling me. I see you. Sheila in Korea was telling me that she was applying or just looking, and they were not letting people know. There was no base salary. They weren't listing, okay, this job, we can start you, the possibility, like this is the possible wage range. They weren't giving that information out at all. And I was like, what? Like, that just seems so strange. Yeah. Doesn't that seem odd? Like, you got to know that up front, right? I would think at least a window, right, of what you're working with. Just seems so bizarre to me. Have mentioned tech, but not receptive. Yeah, well, I think this person has tech skills that they are just not utilizing. I truly, truly believe that. Absolutely do. And I understand, just not interested. Trust me. Trust me. If you had asked me prior to 2019, well, I'll say prior to 2017, if I was going to be doing a video or on YouTube, and not that YouTube's like chaw or some great thing, but this held no desire to me whatsoever. I was just like, yuck, right? Like, no Facebook account, no Twitter account. Like, no, like that. I can't stand that shit. I just can't. And so this was a very interesting process. I basically got, it's things just kind of happen, and they end up, those events lead us to take a path we would not have considered before. And I think that's kind of very similar to what I was trying to say in the beginning. There's a path that hasn't been taken that's not being considered. And you can't make this person do that. There's no amount of convincing or talking about it. Let the universe do the work. The universe will do the work. Trust me. Let me let her out because she's really pawing at the door now. Hold on. Okay, little girl. I am not going to be doing this all night long with you. Okay? Yeah. Okay. There you go. Go on. Get the little tail out. Thank you. I'll see you in an hour. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. We're good. We are good to go. So, Renee Gomez is in the house. How the heck are you, sister? How the heck are you, West Coast, right? In the star room. I'm sorry. I say in the house. In the star room. Okay. Yeah, the midheaven is Aquarius. Yes. This is it right here. This is the person's midheaven. See how the transiting Saturn? That's the other thing to this person's defense, just so you know. Saturn is going over their midheaven multiple times. Saturn did its retrograde right over this person's midheaven. And that is restrictions to the job, restrictions to my goal, right? But it's also responsibilities. And that's that family and dad issue thing you're talking about. Because the midheaven is your father sometimes, the authority figure of your life, the midheaven. Yep. So that's taking precedence right now, Lou. That is absolutely taking precedence right now. Yep. The good thing is Estrella trines that. Okay, that's good. That's trining Estrella. So that's significant relationships, especially with children. Yep, that could be beneficial for this person. Working with children. I think that was mentioned before. Okay, so let me do that thing I was going to do. Before I do that, let me... I am unable to see it. Oh, gotcha. Right. So yeah, this person's midheaven is at 20 degrees and 30 minutes in Aquarius. Lou S, is that White Moon? So yeah, White Moon Lilith is in Taurus in this person's chart. There's the White Moon Lilith. Okay, come on, girl, light up again for me. Let me go there. Now let me go there. There she is. 5 degrees and 51 minutes. So 6 degrees. 6 degrees in the sign of Taurus is this person's White Moon Lilith. That is beneficial energy. All right. This person is going to, remember when we talked about in the past about their hidden values, their hidden money, because it's the 12th house, which is the hidden, which could be overseas or far away, right? And the Taurus energy being there. Maybe it's online. Maybe it's not like going to the job, right? Absolutely can be. Sure as heck can be. Yep. Sure can be. Now, maybe this person, yeah. All right, let me go back over here. All right, so Penny Hudson. Hello, Penny Hudson. Welcome to the live. How are you doing? Where are you watching from? Welcome to the Star Room. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Penny Hudson, to the Star Room. All right, so North Node is in the 6th house. Yes, this person's North Node is in their 6th house, and it's in Sagittarius. It is in Sagittarius energy. Remember, it's conjunct Neptune. It's conjunct their Mars. So that Neptune can make it blurry and difficult to see. So I'm just going to read this to you, right? It says, you're on a journey to learn loyalty and one-pointed vision. All right, I think this person understands the concept of loyalty. The only reason they say that, just so that everybody understands why the hell would they say that with Sag, because Sag is a freedom-loving, freedom-seeking individual, right? So I'm always saying for people who have Sagittarius in their 7th house, it can be a little difficult, for people to settle down with one partner. That can be difficult. Now, that doesn't mean it doesn't mean automatically that when you look at someone's chart, oh my God, I knew that person was a cheater or this or whatever. It does not mean that for everybody. There's a whole lot of other things you have to look at in someone's chart. So I would never make a blanket statement about that. Not to mention this person also has some Capricorn in their 7th house. So that helps to, it helps for the person to, with integrity. Remember, integrity and no cheating. Yeah, that helps. Okay, so you have a tendency to be unstable, and the unstable is pointing towards the scattered energy. Remember, there's South Node in Gemini, remember? And this person has a lot of other things that lead to a lot of stability. So we don't have to, we've gone through this person's chart many times before. So we know that a lot of these things this person doesn't actually have a difficult time with. It does say this person fills their life with many people and activities. Although you do not remember past life events, you are aware, of a fear of commitment. All right, we already went through this. This person doesn't have that issue. This person's been married for umpteen years. Okay, because this would mean having to make a choice, which could in turn lead to a feeling of having missed out on opportunities. Therefore, you tend to live your life, to lead your life, it says, in a fairly frivolous manner. We already know this person is not that. Going with the flow and changing your nature to fit each new scene. See, that's that Gemini energy. It has the ability to be flexible, to kind of be like the chameleon in a way, not to deceive, but to fit in. You follow? There's a difference. However, this life's lesson is to learn to make a commitment and focus your energy. Well, to say that this person has a lack of focus isn't fair, right? As much as we've talked about this person's chart, the fact that this person has been able to hold, different jobs for how long, like, yeah, that's obviously, again, this is just what they give for a definition for a North Node in Sagittarius. Okay. What I will say here is it's tied to beliefs. Now, this software didn't mention beliefs. Okay. But beliefs are tied to Sagittarian energy. All right. And so this individual, they may have an internal philosophy on what they can see themselves doing, right? They may. I don't, can't say that I know this for a fact, but I do know that it's like Sagittarian energy can be unconscious judgments. There may even be, I don't know if religion is a thing with this person. Maybe, maybe not. Well, yeah, probably not. But there's something here where it's tied to beliefs. Now, a person's belief is their belief. It's not for me or anybody to say, well, that's wrong of you, right? So whatever that this person holds, there's something that they just are waiting for. And I don't say waiting as though, I think it's more like I'm going to know it when I have it. I'm going to know it when I see it. I'm going to, like that, because Sag is Jupiter energy. It's idealistic. It's very idealistic. Okay. So it might just feel like, again, when I see it, I'm going to know it. Right. And the idealistic part also may be, maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe there's a little bit of a, maybe that is holding them back from something they don't think they're either qualified to do, or for whatever reason they just don't want to do, but it's tied to the belief system. Okay. So with that, let's go to the future. Let's do the time machine thing and let's go forward. I'm going to check out the South Node is what we're doing. So let me do, let's go forward by the weeks if we can. Yeah, maybe the month would have been a good idea, but that's okay. So we're going to be going into the new year. So here we are. It's January, beginning of January, end of December, beginning of January, right? We're just like New Year's Eve. We're looking at New Year's Eve. So here we are. The South Node's at 11. It's 11:45. So we're going to go further because at 11:45, it's really, yeah, now we're at 10. All right. And let me see if I'm going to go a little bit further, even more. So below the video, I'll have all the degrees for those of you who like to pay attention to the degrees in your chart. Again, if you don't know and you want to know, just comment below.